Hello, it is the 2nd of May, pretty much the 3rd of May now, 2011. I guess the date's on the bottom of the screen. You can add a day to these ones. Little data entry, but let's get on with the technicals. Now, interestingly enough, I pointed out a little trend line. This one in here. And I was stating that if we draw a parallel line, what I would like to match it up with was I wasn't too sure, but I felt the best one was in here, which worked out fairly well. And if you use the closes, you're either going to pierce the close and the pierce below, and the same thing here. Either way, they one of those two would work out well. Not too sure which one it would be. Now the significant thing here is we had a test of the 5-day moving average, which was resistance. But as long as it can make a higher low, and really the higher low is above this 42 level, then the next time it approaches these areas, it increases the chances of taking significant levels out. The next thing we might end up seeing is that of a symmetrical triangle as well. If that's the case, then it's getting close, as we'll probably get into tomorrow, where this thing will have to decide whether it's going to break out, break down, or consolidate, or continue to continue to consolidate through time. There is also a double top formation. A double top is when you make a verse U formation and a second one. The neckline is the Fibonacci level, or $45 per ounce. It's went below there now on two occasions, and here, and then again just most recently, but it's getting above that significant level, which is really a significant one. We have the 1-day moving average that has moved flat right on this level. We have this previous level of support. Therefore, is the scenario where it's going to establish that lower high, which would then increase the chances of taking out this low, thus would create a test of the previous one around 42. Because if it can somehow find a way to get above it, and then find a way to consolidate, maybe work its way towards the 5-day moving average, should come down maybe around the 46 area. That all depends on when it will end up testing it for the next time. Moving this on now to the weekly chart. And I'm going to put out quite a few uptrend lines in here. The first one I want to go over is this one here. This was a very significant uptrend line because it connected four different points. And this was the easily connected resistance line. Once again, connecting so many different points. Found resistance and then came back and found support at it again. If we adjust for where this thing should be on the next levels, if we match the area for the rate of ascension as well as the increase top to bottom on the support level, thus resistance becomes support, new resistance is established, and the new resistance is established somewhere along there. It was an area that was resistance, but it was resistance through time. Markets correct either through price or through time. When the market corrected in here, when it hit the resistance level, it did it through the manner of that of time. And now we're coming back up to what would be the resistance level again. And when there's not much resistance or at an area or none, which is the case here, usually you have a fast move to the next one. That's the case. If this is it for resistance, then it'll be counted as not much. We still don't know what that's going to be. And that's only the first day within the week. This is a weekly candle, so there can be a lot more that can still occur within this time frame. If we draw this trend line in and draw a parallel line with this, again, try to find the significant resistance point within it, then this is what we get. It broke above this trend line. It's still trying to hold on. Just because it goes below it doesn't mean that it's all over. We're now in an intermediate bear market. No, it's possible, yes, but there's no way I'm looking at this and saying, yeah, we're bearish. I can't do that. I just simply cannot do it. And if we do end up breaking this up and start to rally, then what I would be expecting is the fast move. Because if there's not much resistance where there's supposed to be, which would qualify here, then I would expect it to go towards somewhere within the next level. And that would be approximately this rate of ascent would stay the same. And it would be a pretty decent upsize move. You can't see it on here, but we're talking well above, well, we'll even say that 75 level. I've probably even done that exact one to come to that conclusion. Not too sure offhand. Other trend lines to focus on is this one here. This is extremely, the rate of ascent is really strong. Let's just put it that way. So where do we connect the resistance point to in here? You could put it in here, and this is just showing that it's a tight range consolidation within a heavy uptrend. And that's about it. And I'm sarcastically saying that's about it. But realistically, this is the uptrend here. This is the resistance point here, because notice that the resistance point matched within the same rate within the entire start of the rally. So therefore, what I'll do is I'll draw the line out bigger so that we can put it out towards in here, and the best resistance would be something like that because it connects to the most points. There's the other upside target. It's showing signs again as if it could bounce from this level, given that it had a nice move higher, comes back to the support level. Generally speaking, it's 2-3 candle move. That's 2-3 weeks, maybe 4 or 5. You never know. These markets can still continue to consolidate, and then maybe we find resistance here when it's way up. You never know. However, I don't see why I should be considering this to be a top. Now, to put things in perspective, what I like to do is reverse the chart, because by saying that silver's a top is saying that this chart is a bottom. And it's because it's a reverse chart. The former resistance here has now become support. Okay, but even if we come up to here, that's about as that can happen. Yes. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? I don't know. Could it go lower on this? Definitely. But when you're in a situation where you have this downtrend, sideways consolidation, and a decent sized one, and it's really starting a crash period. If you look at the rate of descent towards this crash, I've seen lines looking like this before. So we haven't reached these kind of lines, which in reverse would be, the polarity would be the uptrend for the silver market. Now again, same deal. Look at the last few months, well, since the late February time frame. And we can do the same thing again, draw parallel lines. I guess if we end up rallying on the shorts, then resistance is going to, or support, I guess, would be maybe towards 40. But I don't even connect that last high too good, so I'm not going to count that because I didn't connect that high. Which would be the best? This one connects most of the points. So this one is the one I have to go with. It's at an area where it has found resistance, but the more often resistance is tested, the more likely it is that it is taken out. It is, however, in a major downtrend. If you connect a parallel line towards it, well, this one has gotten crushed, obviously. So now what we can do is we can do the same thing as far as copying, pasting the lines, and trying to see where this thing should be going towards the downside. There we go. Perfect analysis. Therefore, on the short term, the market broke below this level, found support, nice resistance, support again, broke through it, finds resistance. Therefore, this is the key trend line. You can reverse it out. It's obviously a resistance line for the long position. And we'll do that now. Let's just get that chart back up and going again. So therefore, resistance is going to be somewhere along here. This is definitely going to be one of the more significant levels. Was it 48, or was it, if this is this level, it was around 46 right now. So when we take a look at it on this one, it was, this is the one, yeah, around 46. So 46 will be big resistance based on that. Alrighty. Thank you all for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.